we are live behind schedule here because equipment was not working. Howdy, Rick. How are you doing? Well, according to my computer, we are offline and not working at all. So I wasn't able to get my usual setup working. No, that looks kind of ghetto. But yes, I am live. I am using a extra cell phone I had, so we'll see how long the battery lasts in this thing. Glad to hear you're doing well, Rick. So a big shout out everybody to Rick and some of the other people on Patreon who have helped support this channel. And by supporting this channel, not only are you allowing us to make more content, but you're allowing us to get better content. Like I was able to, last month, purchase this vacuum. So you'll be seeing a review on that, Miele Red Velvet, soon enough. Alright, excellent. Well, I'm glad Kirby Vax brought you to the channel. So, you guys all know what date it is. It's July. And, I like to do my channel updates a little bit differently. I like to change my Central Vac, which is my everyday vacuumer. So last time I changed it, it was New Year's. Now, I gave you guys a channel update, and we're going to do the same. We're going to update, tell you some things that are going on. So, first off, I just want to show you guys what's in here, because that's maybe more interesting. And if you're just tuning into my channel for the first time, go watch a different video. This is probably going to be a little bit boring. So, we're going to change the bag in my MD. And I got 4 brand new bags. These are available for 30 bucks on Amazon. So I think they're like $26 deal cost. So I thought that was a pretty good deal. I didn't have to place a minimum order or anything. I'm going to try and refresh my computer here. Wow. Still says we're offline. So, the point is, we are going to talk about the channel. I want to talk about some things that have happened. In terms of with some drama that's going on, with other things that are not drama. And you see me trying to get all this stuff, desperately trying to get this to work. Of course, as soon as I do that, the computer turns itself. We're going to try to forget the computer, and I'm going to have to look back and be ghetto and look at the cell phone, so I apologize for that, folks. And we're going to answer any questions live with the Super Chat, or if you are a Patreon supporter, I, of course, will answer your questions. Let's see what's happening here. I'm trying to go live with the other. Sorry, guys. Alright. Enough failure. Let's just get this. So my point is I wanted to just give a channel update, talk about what's going on. Change a vacuum bag for you, show you what I got. so far this year in my vacuum bag, and talk about the future of the channel, because that's forever growing. We are officially monetized by Google, and in Google's good graces for now. Knock on wood. So that's a good thing. Yeah. But the thing is with the channel, is it's still growing. I really appreciate everybody's subscriptions. It's growing really, really well. I'm seeing a lot of new people, and I'm seeing a lot of people saying, hey, you know, my technical videos have helped them. So I really appreciate hearing from those people. And that's kind of the purpose of the channel, and that's what I want to state. The purpose of this channel is to allow the knowledge that I have personally gained over the years in the vacuum industry. I've been in it since 2005. I kind of want to pass that knowledge in a way where it can be referenced later and it's not forever lost. Because I don't do vacuums as my full-time gig at the current minute, so that knowledge needs to be passed down. The other thing is I want to have some fair and honest reviews on products, especially things like Dyson's, Sharks. I'm going to throw Recar Simplicity in there, where people tend to have a heavy bias. People also tend to have a heavy bias towards you know, their Kirby's, and people seem to think that just one brand solves every problem, and it just doesn't. So that's the that's kind of the thing. So I'll be answering Super Chat questions live, but I will not be answering non-Super Chat or non-Patreon supporter questions live. So the other thing, sorry, I'm having trouble articulating, having to walk back to this phone. So the other thing I want to articulate is that people seem to say that there's one brand, and it doesn't matter which brand they think is the best, but they think there's one brand that's the best, and anybody else is Satan, and they're wrong, and they're a piece of shit, and not classy. And I'm tired of seeing that on the vacuum forums. I'm tired of seeing that, you know, on the Facebook groups. I'm tired of seeing it posted on the channel. You know, if you like what you like and it's working for you, great. If somebody explains to you the physics of how the wheels go around in your car, and then explain to you that this other car is faster, accept it. You know, it's nothing wrong with your car. It's just there's always something better or something different. And that's where people have a lot of trouble, it seems, is accepting the difference of opinion, or sometimes just the facts. And the clear facts are the CentralVac is the most powerful vacuum in my collection. And it's probably the most powerful vacuum in anybody's collection if they have a decent CentralVac. You know, we have things like this that are very, very good, but they're just not as good as this. We have, again, things like this that are very good, but they're not as good as this. Are there better CentralVacs than this? Yes, there are 222 motor units that have 2 of the motor that my CentralVac has. Mine is oversized for my house by about 40%, but, you know, you can take it a step further. A good friend of mine, Compact 9, definitely did that, and he has really big CentralVac. So we're going to just change this. Woo, show you just how full this bag is and how much stuff is in this. This is the fullest I've ever filled it. It's over about 7.5 months here. Exactly. And it's like a compact or a TriStar in how you change this. Give you guys an idea just how big and full that is. So we're going to set that aside. I'm going to look at the status of the inside bag, see if it's dirty anywhere, and it looks really, really clean. And we're just going to clean up the inside of the unit a little bit with another vacuum. I'm doing there is I'm vacuuming out the top section of this. So where the bag sits is right here. There's this top section that's open exposed metal, and stuff just builds up there. I just want to vacuum that out before I put the new bag in. So it's not like anything's leaked or anything like that. So, you know, just one more comparison. Give you an idea. And maybe a better comparison is that it's bigger than a Miele. So we're going to set that aside. I'm going to put the new bag in. So yeah, the big update I want to give on the channel is that moving forward, almost all of our videos will be on my bench in my personal shop. I'm not going to be doing very much video in a vacuum store anymore. I'm getting away from that format. Manufacturers tend not to like that. Some owners are okay with it, some of them aren't, and I'm not wanting to play favorites with anybody, of course. So we're not doing that. Let's just stick this in here. Vacuum off real quick. This rubber piece. Now, since I bought my MD, they've changed their bags a little bit. We'll just talk about that. This one goes in there essentially like a big TriStar bag, and then you have this rubber piece. And what this rubber piece does is it helps make sure the fine dust goes into the HEPA bag. It basically acts as your gasket to the system. Just settling this, pushing this down. You can see the springiness of the outside of the new bag, and that will go down with time as that starts to get full. And that. One more part will vacuum, which will be the topless lid. So that's been done. Let's fire up the main system here. Alright, that's sounding good. So the big news I guess I want to conclude or talk about. Yeah, I bet that was loud. That was quiet, that was loud. I say it's reasonable. We're in the room. It's a big giant unit. If we actually step out of this room, you can't really hear this unit in the rest of the house. Mixed opinions. Alright, so that's a great example of what I was talking about when people start comparing vacuums online. I will state that this machine, it's about 80 decibels. Let's just say that that's how loud it is. Facts. We'll call that a fact for a second. People will argue, oh, well, that's quiet because I have a vacuum that's 150 decibels. That's way too loud. Or they'll be, oh, that's super loud. My vacuum is 65 decibels. So they'll start, shouting and, rather than saying, oh, hey, it's quieter than this vacuum, they just say, oh, it's quiet or it's loud, rather than just saying, oh, it's this amount. So the point of my channel is to say, it's this amount, it's 80 decibels. That's the point of my channel. So when I test things like the Dyson V10, I'm not going to give those a good review because it's not better than the predecessor. I have been in the industry long enough that I have a history on most of these products, so now I've tested their predecessors. So, and that sets me up for certain expectations, but it also allows me to make maybe a better comparison if it's better or worse. I will say the Dyson V8, V7, and V6 are much better than the V10 in terms of usability. I'd say the power between a V7 and a V8 is negligible, and I'd say between the V10 it's negligible as well. So I'd say the Dyson V10, you're not really getting anything but an expensive price tag and a really bulky unit. I mean, I cannot believe how bulky those units are. You know, and it's not any, it's really not that much bigger. The Cyclone bin on that is just not that much bigger. So that's something that I think is kind of, again, and that's one of the most hyped products. And the reason I went out and purchased one of those is I saw so many people getting paid off. Either Dyson sent them or a tech reviewer saying, oh, this is the best thing since sliced bread. And people who haven't played with a whole lot of vacuums. And maybe that will bring me to my next point. If all you do is play with Kirby's and Royals, and then you try a Dyson, of course the Dyson's a piece of shit. But if all you do is play with Kirby's and Royals, and you won't try, say, a Cibo or a Central Vac, or name a vacuum you like better than those, again, it doesn't really matter, you're going to have a real narrow-minded, and you're going to get in arguments online, and you're going to start kind of being a dick to other people. I don't believe that was a super chat. Sorry, my friend. So, I'm going to show you something